Hello, good afternoon, OPOS stars. I'm Visalakshi. I've just started preparing my lunch for today, so I thought I'll just go live. I will be doing a herbal stew now using sage leaves. Okay, let me show you how they look like. So these are the sage leaves. You see this? Okay, so I'm going to use these and curry leaves to make a stew. It's a herbal stew. So let me get it started and we will see how they're going to taste. My friend gave me these sage leaves, so I just thought I'll add them to South Indian way. That way it gets consumed better, fast and more. So I'm starting with 2 tablespoons of water. This is based on the Kuzhambhu that is available on YouTube. I'm adding 2 tablespoons. This is a half tablespoon measure. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Okay, and about a cup, slightly more than a cup of curry leaves and sage leaves mixed together. Okay, so they will form the buffer zone for the spices that we are going to add. Half tablespoon of tamarind paste, OPOS tamarind paste. Half tablespoon of jaggery. This is to balance the sour tanginess. Quite a lot of spice powders. We're not going to add dal to this. This is going to be a thick, herbal stew. It's in India, it's more of like a medicinal stew since it's made with curry leaves, fresh curry leaves. Okay, I'll tell you what all. Okay, let me just tell you. This is spiced lentil powder or the parpu podi, salt, pepper, cumin, coriander, dry ginger powder. This is dry ginger powder. This is roasted methi, fenugreek, and haldi, turmeric. Okay, half tablespoon of all these, 1/8 teaspoon of all this. I have a written recipe. I'll show you a bit later. So these spice powders go on the top of the leaves. Otherwise, they may tend to burn. That's it. Layering is done. Okay, I'm going to keep a glass, about half a cup of water as well. This is a sudden instinct. I have not written this. I hope it doesn't backfire. This is to mix after that. Okay, so we'll close, cook on high for 2 whistles. We'll let pressure settle. Meanwhile, let me layer and keep ready for cauliflower stir fry. I'm going to use the deluxe magic pot. Let me turn this so you can see the layering clear. No, for the cauliflower stir fry, I'm going to spice the cauliflowers now. So this is more like pressure frying technique. No water. This is non-stick magic pot. I'm going to add about this is half tablespoon measure. I'm going to add close to 2 tablespoons, 2.5 tablespoons of oil. This is normal cooking oil. This is pressure frying. Okay, so just coat the base and a little bit of sides. We're going to add some curry leaves to this as a buffer. Lots of curry leaves, so they add they act as a buffer, and they also give a very nice aroma. Okay, this is about one. Let me measure how much these are. So these are cauliflowers. I have not. So this you can just clean them by in normal tap water and pat dry or not. I have not pat dried. I have not washed them either. It's just fresh organic one. Yeah, you could do it, but I was just lazy. This is 1 cup. This is not marinated. Okay. This is another cup. No, another half a cup. So we've got the first whistle there. Let me keep it here. This is another cup. So you see the floret sizes of this and this. These are bigger and these are smaller. Okay. I am switching off the Kuzhambhu Kuzhambhu, let it sit and let the pressure settle. So I am going to add salt and spice powder to this batch. It's about close to 1 cup. Okay. So say we'll add, this is 1 cup and that is 1.5 cup, totally 2.5 cups. We'll add about half a teaspoon or slightly more of salt. One teaspoon of, I'm using sambar powder, roasted sambar powder. You could use any spice powder of your choice. And 1 teaspoon of oil. You could use a mix of garam masala, chili powder, sambar powder, coriander powder, dhania, jeera, whatever. Okay. Now this will go on the top of the plain cauliflower florets. Some spice powders might go in between the blocks, I mean between the gaps and touch. That's okay. That will aid in the slight, hot spot and will lead to roasted effect as well. That's it. So this layering is done. Let's close. Let me clear this way so we can blend. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to keep this on. So those 2 whistles came much before 4 minutes. So I stopped it at 4:41. Now we're going to start this and let this go for 1 or 2 whistles or less than 4 minutes. Okay. Start. Now I'm going to get my blender. We have to let the pressure settle. Let me clear this way so I can get the blender and show you. Sorry about that noise. So I have the blender ready. Now all right. Now see. The hand blender may not work in this case. So we're going to add this hot water only after blending. So I'm just going to keep this aside. It gives the aroma is something really different, and I love this. You know, these leaves are quite similar to what we get in Tamil Nadu. They're called the Karpuravalli leaves or the Omavalli leaves. the smell, the fragrance of these leaves are almost identical. So that's why this is more of a medicinal value than culinary benefit. Okay. Ideally you can wait till it cools down a bit, because we are going to use the normal mixie, but the lack of time, I had to show before the cauliflower gets done. I'm just blending it right away, but please wait, let it cool down a bit before you blend. Okay. The hand blender may not, you can blend, but it's going to give you some chunky leaves here and there. If you want a smooth blend, it's good to go for, just wanted to bring this on screen, but anyway, never mind. Okay, I'll just remove and show. Okay, the blending is done. I will be keeping it as a bit chunky sauce, but not as chunky as it could be if we had used a hand blender. So that's done. Okay, now I'm going to add the hot water to this. And a bit of, like say 2 tablespoons of water to the mixie, just to clean it up well. Looks like it can take in some more water. That's 1 whistle. I'm switching off. I should be releasing pressure there. So this Kuzhambhu Kuzhambhu is ready. I think I added a little extra water, but this will thicken up. Okay. Add a bit of ghee to this. Add some tadka and the Kuzhambhu Kuzhambhu or the Kuzhambhu Sage Kuzhambhu is ready. Now let this sit. Let's see what happened to the our cauliflower. Oh dear, please come. All right. Let me take my spatula. Now see that. That's what I wanted. See the browning. So this effect, browning effect of in cauliflower, you could see only in the pieces that touched the bottom. It is not possible to have an overall brown effect in all cauliflower pieces when you are pressure frying. If you want such an effect in all cauliflower pieces, that will also be obtained only in the side that touches the base and not on all sides of a cauliflower. Okay, so if you want at least one side of every piece to get the browned effect, scale down. Add just one layer in the bottom. That layer alone will give you the roasted effect. You will have enough oil left out. Use the same oil to go for multiple batches. but make sure you have at least 1 tablespoon of oil. Now see this, there is a bit of oil and this thing left out. So when there is water left out, it's impossible to get roasted effect for all pieces. Okay. Now you could just switch on. I'm just switching it on now and going for 30 seconds. Now this is just to have the roasted effect. This roasted effect is quite fine. That's enough for us. Okay. If you want roasted effect on other sides as well, 30 seconds on high. It's optional. I'm going to add tadka to this. That's it. We are done with cauliflower stir fry. We never added water to this, so the whatever is remaining is not water. That's that's not water. That's oil and probably a little bit of water that's let out from cauliflower itself. Okay, so cauliflower stir fry and curry leaves and sage Kuzhambhu ready. Thank you. Thanks for joining. If you have any doubts, please post in the comments and I will get back to you. Thank you.